So every time I add content to my course, whether it's uploading files or creating lesson content or storing mail in the course, any of these things can take up space in the course on the Angel server. So my course has a total sort of a file size footprint. And this may be a consideration if there is a limitation to how much space my course is occupying on the server, or for considerations if I want to export or archive my course. I want to know how large of a file it's going to create. If I wanted to check that, I could go to the Manage tab here and then click on the Course Files Manager, and in there I can see the associated lesson content, mail, and syllabus files. So if I click into there, I can see each individual content item that I've added to the course and how much space each one of those is occupying and when it was last modified. But if I back at the sort of root level of my course files, I can see the total file size that I'm occupying with this course, and then also what my limitation is. If there's a ceiling for how much space I can take up on the server, I'll see that there. So I can see in this case I'm using 4.5 megabytes of my total 307.2 megabytes available. So I've got a ways to go. All right, so now I'm in a different course, and it looks like I would expect to find from a course. There's some lesson content here, course calendar, different, parts of the course that I would ordinarily see. And if I go over to the Manage tab and look at the Course Files Manager, it tells me that, whoa, I'm using 3.15 gigabytes. So I'm 2.84 gigabytes over my 307 gigabyte or megabyte limit. So I'm by orders of magnitude over my limit. If I go into the associated content, I see all the different folders here. There's course documents, and they have names of things that people have uploaded, and they're all pretty small. I can see 81 kilobytes, 54 kilobytes, 1.4 megabytes. Not excessively large files. But if I scroll down, I can see there's lots of files, but there seem to be mostly small. But down at the bottom here, I'm getting into some content that has long, strange names, like this one here. And at the very bottom, I've got two zip files that are both 1.24 gigabytes. They're zip files. These were probably used when bringing in course content from another learning management system, like maybe Blackboard, and Angel did not, for whatever reason, did not delete those zip files after the course content had been uploaded. So if this were my course, the first thing I would do would be to create an archive of it, backup, and then I would delete these zip files and then go test to make sure that my course still worked the way I thought it should. And then, if it didn't, I could fall back on my archive file I'd created. But usually these inordinately large zip files are something that are left over from importing course content. It bears pointing out that the total number of files in a course don't necessarily mean there's a problem with the total course size or the total amount of space it's taking up. For instance, this course that we're looking at right now has actually over 25,000 individual files in it, 25,484 to be exact. But we can see that the total space being taken up by the course is only about 97.5 megabytes, so nowhere near a problem if the limit is 300.